Recording. Good morning. Thank you for being here as always. Um, the theme for this week is expressing the creativity and focusing on third chakra. So we are um, I kind of cheated for the first two chakras, the root and sacral chakra. I just combined them together in the um, chakra tune-up class. And from solar plexus, we are focusing one chakras each. And this week is the throat chakra. And the throat chakra is the expression to the outer world. Yeah. So let's tune that up. Finding a comfortable seat when you're ready. However you would like to sit. Taking a moment to set an intention for today's practice, if there is any, or dedicating your practice to somebody else or something else. Reach your palms together, letting the base of your thumbs slightly lifting up your sternum. Releasing your chin towards your chest. Gently opening your eyes, focusing on one point, on the fingertips or mat. Slowly bring your gaze forward. Reach your arms up towards the sky, interlace them fingers, sending your palms up, taking a slight back bend. Exhale, reach your palms forward, rounding your back. Inhale, lifting up, opening the front body. Exhale, round. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, round. Inhale, come back to the center. Release your fingers. Turn your left palm back. Bend your elbow. Right hand meets the left elbow, guiding towards the midline. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist to your right side, keeping your left hip bone heavy. Inhale, come back to the center. Release your right arm out to the side, opening the left side of your body. Releasing your hands forward as little, as far as you'd like to reach. Taking your time lifting your torso upright. Reach your hands behind your hips, sending your sternum up towards the sky. Bring your head back to the center, switching your crossing legs if your legs are crossed. Extending your arms up towards the sky, interlace them fingers, sending your palms up, taking a slight back bend. Exhale, round. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, round. Inhale, come back to the center, release your fingers. Turn your right palm back, bend your elbow. Left hand meets the right elbow, guiding towards the midline. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to the center. Release your left arm out to the side, opening the right side of your body. Walk your hands forward as little or as far as you like to reach. Taking your time, slowly lifting your torso upright, hands behind your hips, sending your sternum up towards the sky. Bring your torso back to the center, moving into downward facing dog. Taking your time below your feet, opening the back of your legs. As you inhale, lifting your heels, softening your knees, look towards your hands, taking a slowest walk to the front of your mat. Moving into forward fold, Uttanasana. You might want to keep your knees soft, maybe reach for your elbows. Swing your torso side to side, or gently shaking your head, yes or no. Releasing your hands down towards the mat. Softening your knees, slowly roll up. One vertebra at a time. Coming up to standing Tadasana, mountain pose. Letting your energy moving into your feet. Letting your energy moving through your legs. Through your hips, through the spine towards the crown of the head. Lifting your energy up towards the sky at the same time, grounding your energy down to the earth. Inhale, reach your arms up, taking a slight back bend, lifting your sternum up towards the sky, lengthening your tailbone down towards your heels. Exhale, hinging from your hip joints, forward fold. Softening your knees if you need to. Inhale, lengthening the spine, flat back. Softening your knees, step your left leg back into lunge, releasing your left knee down to the mat. And then inhale, reach your sternum, hold forward. You can bring the blocks under your hands if you need to. And exhale, hips back, straighten your right leg. Inhale, reach forward. And exhale, hips back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, reach forward. Twisting to your right side. Allowing the twist to come from your navel. Releasing your right hand down, turn your left toes to your right side. Walk your hands all the way to your left side. Moving into supported side plank. And releasing your hands down to the mat. Lower both knees down and opening your knees slightly wider, slightly. Maybe the mat width. If you have sensitive knees, please protect your knees. And then bring the soles of the feet together, if that's available for you. So you're kind of taking a Baddha Konasana legs. And then we'll do push-ups in this way. Bend your elbows, and then lifting up. Again, bend your elbows, and lift. Bend your elbows, and lift. And then moving into lower your belly down, slide your forearms forward, moving into Sphinx pose with your legs in Baddha Konasana. Your feet might be higher. And again, we are not still warming up enough. So your angle might be higher, but it doesn't matter. And then pressing into your forearms, reach your sternum forward. And then try to create more space in your hip joints. So instead of trying to kind of push your feet down towards the mat, visualizing more space in your hip crease so that your joints can open, joints can rotate, I should say, a little bit more. And releasing your torso down, hands by your ribcage, extend your legs back, moving into downward facing dog. Moving through your flow from here or skip your flow. Inhale, lifting your left leg back and up. And then step forward in lunge. Lower your left knee down, lifting your torso upright. Releasing your hands down to the mat. Step back into downward facing dog. Lower your knees down to the mat. Release your seat towards your heels. And then reach your right hand behind you and swing your left hand back diagonally up. If you feel comfortable, you can lift your hips. Well, stay grounded. And then reach your left hand behind you, swing your right arm back and up. Releasing your seat down, walk your hands forward. Moving into knees, chest, chin, 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 chin. So your knees are already lower. You're gonna lower your chest down and then chin down. And in this pose, again, you feel a little bit shortness on the back of your neck, but you will find the length with that, which I don't usually guide this pose, but finding the length. And then pressing into your hands, moving into up dog or cobra, moving into downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your heels. Softening your knees, look forward, step, walk, float forward if you're ready. Inhale, lengthen the spine, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach arms all the way up with a slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine, flat back. Softening your knees, step your right leg back into lunge. Releasing your right knee down. Again, you can use the blocks if you need to. Reach your sternum forward. And then exhale, hips back. Straighten your left leg. Inhale, bend your left knee, reach forward. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, reach forward, twisting to your left side. Again, let your twist coming from your navel. Releasing your left hand down, turn your left toes, meant to say right toes to the right side. Right hand towards the front of your mat, extending the left side of your body. Releasing both hands down, moving into Baddha Konasana tabletop. And then we'll do push-ups. Bend your elbows and lift. Lower and lift. Again, lower and lift. Lower all the way down. To the mat, slide your hands forward. Reach your sternum forward. Continue pressing through your forearms. Breathing into any sensations. You may feel something in your hip joints. You may feel something on your back. Releasing your torso down, extend your legs, hands by your rib cage. Moving into downward facing dog. Moving through your flow. Or skip your flow. Meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your right leg back and up. Step forward in lunge. Lower your left knee down. Your right foot is in the front. And lifting your arms up. Releasing your hands down to the mat, step back into downward facing dog again. Lower your knees down to the mat. Sit back on your heels. Right hand behind you, left arm back and up diagonally. And then let's switch to the other side. Right hand behind you, left arm back and up. Releasing your torso down. Moving into knees, chest, chin. Again. It's like moving into chaturanga, where your chest stays down and the hips are lifted. And trying your best to find a length in your neck. Pressing into your hands, lifting up into any back bend. Moving into downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release out. Inhale. Exhale, release. Taking 5 more breath cycles in down dog. Lower your knees down into child's pose. Once you feel ready, moving back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your heels, softening your knees, look forward, step, walk, float forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, float back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach arms all the way up. Bring your palms together. Bending your knees, moving into chair pose, Utkatasana. Bring your palms together, inhale here, exhale, twist to your right side. It doesn't have to be the deepest twist. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, back to the center again, twist to your right. Let's keep this twist, gaze down beyond your right foot. Step your left leg back. Nice and quietly. Opening up into warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Let's take a Gomukhasana arm. So turn your right palm back, bend your elbow. You can reach for the right elbow or towards the fingertips, or you can hold the shirt behind you. And then lifting your torso upright, moving into side angle. Stay strong on your legs. And then if you're taking the Gomukhasana arms, since you have the internal rotation on your left shoulder, your torso kind of turning to the right. So try your best to open. So the internal rotation is on your shoulder. It doesn't have to be your torso. Inhale, reversing your warrior, release your arms. Moving into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Taking any variations that feels great. Soften your right knee, reversing your warrior, inhale. Hands down to the mat, swing your right leg back and up into down dog, split inhale. Exhale, knee to your nose, shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, pressing back. Exhale to your right armpit. Inhale, pressing back. Exhale to your left armpit. Staying here, moving into fallen triangle. Taking your variation, you can lower your right knee down, or you can lift your right foot. Releasing your left hand down to the mat, swing your right leg back and up into down dog split. Opening your hips, bend your knee. Moving into wild thing, lifting your hips up. Releasing your right hand down to the mat. Lower your right shin or right knee down, like moving into pigeon. Standing pigeon, and then lower your left knee down behind your right ankle. And then from here, moving into puppy pose. Slowly lifting your torso upright. If you can, let's try to keep your legs in this position. Tuck your left toes. You're gonna reach your left hand back and then lift. I mean, you can flip it back. Moving into upside down tabletop with the pigeon leg. Releasing your seat down to the mat. Extending both feet forward, lifting your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, release forward, Paschimottanasana. Slowly lifting your torso upright. Sending your feet back, moving into downward facing dog. You're moving into knee, chest, chin again. Lower your knees and chest and chin down. If you feel comfortable, you're gonna keep your chest and chin in that place. Press into your toes, lift your knees. You may feel a big pressure on the back of your neck. If it's too much, please lower your knees or release the boats. And then move, pressing into your hands, moving into your back bend of your choice. Moving through your flow or skip your flow. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your left leg back and up. Step forward in lunge. Opening up into warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. And straighten your left leg, moving into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Lengthen the left side of your body. And leaning back into the invisible wall behind you. Rebending your left knee, inhale, reverse your warrior. Pressing into your left foot, coming up. Either into the traditional tree, or if you feel comfortable taking a half lotus tree, we'll take the half lotus tree. Have your right foot all the way up to your left hip crease. And this time you're gonna bring your palms together, extend your arms diagonally forward. And you're gonna lean back slightly, make a gentle back bend. And then gaze beyond your fingertips. And slowly lifting your torso upright. Release your right ankle over your left thigh, moving into standing pigeon. If you have any variations, you're welcome to. You can release your elbows to the knee and ankle. If you'd like to take a flying pigeon, you can take a flying pigeon. Then slowly coming up to stand. Reach your right knee forward, maybe extend, or keeping your right knee bent for 3, 2, and 1. Swing your right leg all the way back into lunge, left leg back, and up into down dog split. Opening your hips, bend your knee. And then square your hips. Lower the foot, shifting forward into plank pose. Lower all the way down on the front, moving into Sphinx pose. If you prefer to stay in Sphinx pose, you're welcome to stay here. If you feel ready to tuck your toes, you can tuck your toes and then lift your hips to the shoulder level, moving into dolphin plank. Hovering here for 3 and 2 and 1. Moving through your choice of flow. We'll skip your flow, meeting downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release out. Inhale. Releasing out. Lower your knees down into child's pose. Softening your breath. Amazing work, everyone. Once you feel ready, moving back into downward facing dog. No rush to get there. Inhale, lifting your heels. Softening your knees, look forward. Step, walk, float forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach arms all the way up. Bring your palms together. Bending your knees, moving into chair pose, Utkatasana. Bring your palms together, inhale. Exhale, twisting to your left side. Inhale back to the center, twisting to your right side. Inhale back to the center. Again, twisting to your left again. And then keeping this twist, gaze down beyond your left toe, shift on your left foot, step your right foot slowly back and quietly, opening up into warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. And let's take a Gomukhasana on. Turn your left palm back, bend your elbow. Right hand meets the left elbow. What was the fingertips? And bring your torso upright, sending your torso diagonally to the left. Moving into supported side angle with your Gomukhasana arms. Again, your right shoulder is inner rotated, but you don't have to turn your torso. Then pressing into your feet, inhale, reverse your warrior, relax your arms. Moving into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. And taking any variation that feels great. Taking Chakasana. When you're ready, softening your left knee, landing into reverse warrior. Release your hands down to the mat, swing your left leg back and up into down dog. Split inhale. Exhale, knee to your nose, shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, pressing back. Exhale to your left armpit. Inhale, pressing back. Exhale to your right armpit. Staying here, moving into fallen triangle. Again, taking your variation. If you need to lower your knee, please do. Releasing your left hand down, right leg back and up into down dog split. Opening your hips, bend your knee. You might want to stay here, moving into wild thing. Lifting your hips up. Releasing your left hand down to the mat. And lower your left knee or left shin on the mat as well. Reach your right knee towards your left ankle and then moving into standing pigeon position. And then melting your chest down towards the mat. Puppy pose. Then slowly lifting your torso upright. Again, you try your best to keep your legs. You're welcome to release your legs. Moving into upside down tabletop. You can lower the hips down to lift, or you can just flip. Releasing your seat down, extending both feet forward. Reach your arms up, inhale. Exhale, Paschimottanasana. Slowly lifting your torso upright. Sending your legs back into downward facing dog. Moving into knees, just chin. Again, if you feel too much to stay in this pose, you can lower down on your belly. If you'd like to, tuck your toes, lift your knees. You will feel a lot of compression on your lower back and then back of your legs. So you're gonna lengthen with that compression. And lower your knees, press into back bend of your choice. Moving into downward facing dog, adding your flow. Inhale, lifting your right leg back up. Step forward in lunge. Opening up into warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Moving into triangle pose. Straighten your right leg. Deepening into your right hip crease. Keeping that right side of your body long. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Pressing into your right foot. Coming up into tree pose. Again, you're welcome to take a traditional tree pose. If you feel comfortable taking a half lotus, taking a half lotus. And extending your arms diagonally forward, palms together, leaning back, gazing beyond your fingertips. Bring your torso back to the center. Send your left knee forward. You can keep your left knee bend or extend here for 3, 2, and 1. Swing your left leg back into lunge. Hands down, right leg back and up into down dog split. Opening your hips, bend your knee. And then square your hips. Moving into knee just chin. Again. And if you, I don't know, for some of you want to go to the chin stand, you can go to chin stand from here. If you have the blocks, you're gonna have your blocks under your shoulders. So you wanna have your blocks at least on, make sure you can land your shoulders on the blocks, but you have a space for your head. And your hands are behind the blocks into chaturanga. So even though this is saying chin stand with this block support, I don't think you'll be able to reach the chin unless you have super long chin to reach down. And then you might want to stay here, just settle the pose here. Maybe. My head isn't up. Lifting your hips like a down dog. If you feel comfortable lifting one leg, lift one leg, maybe both legs up. Or you can do without the blocks. If you know how to, getting into moving it through your choice of flow when you're ready, moving, skip your flow. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release out. Inhale. Releasing out. Lower your knees down into child's pose. Softening your breath. It's moving into rabbit pose. You're gonna hold your heels if that's available. If you cannot reach towards your heels, you can hold your calves. And then look down towards your toes. And then lifting your hips. You might be able to feel the upper shoulder opening. And then slowly release your seat, hips, lifting your torso upright. And then it's moving on your back. If you'd like to take it easy, you can use a pillow or blocks to moving into Viparita Karani. If you'd like to moving into shoulder stance, you're going to moving into shoulder stance and then moving into bridge into shoulder stance. So shoulder stance into bridge, if that's available. So I'm going to show you first how it looks. So first, you're going to moving into shoulder stance. And then from here, you're going to lower one foot down and then slowly lower. And then same leg goes up first and then lift up. And then we'll switch other leg. Down first and then slowly down and lift up and both ups. So if you want to try to do this, one thing, please make sure to keep your wrist nice and stable. What I see often is, you have a little bit of, you need to find the counterbalance And sometimes you won't be able to find that counterbalance quick enough so that both legs falls down. And that time I see some people sink into the wrist and then they feel discomfort in your wrist. So just be mindful. If you think you will be able to make it, try. You don't have to, right? It's not about getting the pose right or wrong. I mean, we still have a lot to learn. I am too. But enjoying that process more rather than getting into the pose is already a process. But uh, yeah, just enjoying the process. So if you decided to use the blocks under your hips, this is easier. One leg up, both legs up, one leg down, both legs down. Then you can switch the other leg up first. And then today we're going to moving into plow pose. So if you feel comfortable rolling on your shoulders into plow, you can extend your legs out, or you can bend your knees towards the shoulders if that's available. If you're gonna get to this pose, or if you prefer not to today, you can still stay on your blocks and then kind of moving into happy baby with the props under your hips. You don't have to reach your toes. You can soften your knees towards your chest and then let your pelvis round. You can hold the back of your legs or feet. And if you are taking a plow pose, if you can still stay there, extend your legs and then reach your feet towards the right side. And then come back to the center, and then sending your feet to the left, and then come back to the center. I'm doing on the block. Again, toes to the right, and back to the center, and toes to your left, and then back to the center. And then slowly release. Releasing your feet. And then moving into fish pose. Lifting your torso. Bring your hands under your pelvis. And then press into your forearms, puff your chest up. And then gently releasing your head backwards. You can totally take this with the supported variation. So have your block under the lower part of your shoulder blades. Opening your throat. So even I'm releasing my head backwards, I'm continuously finding the length. I'm not shortening. I am shortening, but I'm not collapsing into the neck. And when you're ready, slowly release. Hug your right knee into your chest. You can circle your right knee, massaging ascending colon. You're welcome to extend your left leg long and reverse. You may want to keep your right knee bent or extend. You can circle your ankle. Of course, you can extend the other leg as well. And rebending your right knee, crossing over to your left side. Adjust your hips a little bit to the right. And you might want to gaze all away from your knees. Or if you prefer to keep your gaze up towards the sky, it's completely up for you. Up to you. If you'd like to take other twisting variations, you're welcome to take it. Maybe reach the bottom foot, holding with your right hand. And you can extend your right leg. I'm gonna lift so you can see. You can hold the opposite leg. It's like the infinity pose we did last week, but it's in a different way. It's a pretzel. I think pretzel is more like an infinity pose. And then bring your torso back. Gaze back. Adjust your hips back to the center. Hug your left knee into your chest. You can circle your left leg, massaging descending column. And reversing. You might want to stay here. Extend your leg. Circle your ankle. You're welcome to extend both legs if you haven't. And then rebending your left knee, crossing over to your right side. Adjust your hips a little bit to the left. Gazing away from your knees. If you would like to take a pretzel position or a cattail, catch the tail. Right foot with your left hand. If you feel you want to hold the other leg, you can extend. You can keep your knee bent, maybe hug your knee. When you're ready, bring your gaze back, knees back, hips back to the center. You might want to moving into happy baby for a few moments. If you're ready to moving into Shavasana, supporting yourself as much as you need to release. Maybe visualizing blue glowing ball of light into your throat. As you inhale, let the ball of blue light expand. As you exhale, bring it back to your center of your throat. Again, inhale, expanding the glowing blue light. Exhale, coming back to the center of your throat. And continue with this breath. If you'd like to expand this glowing light into the universe, you're welcome to do so. And then coming back to your heart center once you expand it fully, or as far as you'd like to expand. You are sending your expression or creativity into the world, to the universe. Again, if you expand it all the way out, slowly bring it back to the center of your throat. Releasing the visualization for some time, so a few moments. Slowly deepening your breath. Bring your awareness back in your body, creating small movements. Maybe extending all your limbs out, taking a whole body stretch. When you're ready, bending your knees, rolling onto one side. Lifting your torso upright, keeping your eyes closed. Letting your sits bones grounding down to the earth. Lifting your energy up towards the sky. Gathering your palms together. If you'd like to join me for one Om, exhaling wherever you are. Inhale deeply. Thank you for taking your precious morning time to join us as always. Have a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, everyone. I'll see you next time when I see you.
You're
ありがとうござい
amazing.
ました。
Amazing class. Again, very difficult though. Very difficult to do. Difficult. But amazing. I can't believe I did it. Thank you.
Yeah, you did it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
wonderful Tuesday and the rest of the week.
You too.